Hi, so today I'm recording you a workout with the activation bands. So these are fabric resistance bands that are in a loop. They're really nice and thick and they're great for glute activation. They really make the glutes work. So you can do a shorter workout but actually work a little bit harder. If you don't have one of these but you have a long resistance band, you can tie that around and make it into a loop and it will do the same job. It might not work quite as well because it might slide up and down a little bit, but like I said, it will do the job. But you can grab these relatively cheaply, so I think they're definitely worth having, especially if you do need a little bit of help with glute activation. I know lots of runners have lazy glutes, and if we've been sat a lot, that can impact as well on the activation through the posterior chain. So grab whatever you're using, pop it around the thighs. So you want kind of mid-thigh or slightly towards your knees. Depending on what strength band you've got as well, you might want to move it up or down a little bit. I'm using Pilates intervals music, so it's nice and slow. So there's no particular fast movements here. It's all a nice slow tempo and quite relaxed, although we will definitely feel it working. And we're going to go straight into it and use the first phases as our warm-up, and similarly we'll have a little stretch at the end, so you'll be done pretty quickly. Okay, so make yourself comfortable, get your bands ready and in place, and we will begin. Okay, so we're just going to start with a little step touch. So you don't want to do too much of a big step at this point.
Starts in 4, 3, 2, 1.
So just get a little feel for the tempo of the music. Like I said, quite a small step, don't make it too big. You don't want to be working your glutes too hard to start with. And you can just take the arm across with you. Just to move the shoulders, a little bit of mobilisation through the upper body as well, never goes astray. So each exercise we're going to do for 40 seconds, and you're going to get a 20-second rest in between. Okay, bring the feet to hip width apart. We're going to sit back and down. So squatting back and down, nice and easy. You don't have to go too deep at this point. It is just the warm-up. We want to make sure we're sitting back and down, keeping that chest lifted, weights in the heels. You should be able to wiggle your toes. Taking it up and down. Super. So feel that the band, you're resisting the band, you can feel it pushing in. So we've got our first rest now, but I just want you to pedal through the feet. It's early days, you don't really need to rest. A little bit of movement on the arms as well.
Your training continues.
So right leg's going to come forward and we're going to do a lunge. So step, lunge, up and back. Same leg, stay on that right leg. Now you can feel that the band is giving you a little bit of extra resistance here, starting to get those glutes engaged. Think about stepping onto the whole foot of that right leg and pushing back with the front leg. So you want to have the feet about hip width apart to make sure you're balanced. Other side, step, down, up and back. You can do whatever you like with your arms, but use them to keep you balanced. We're trying to keep the body upright here. The legs are doing all the work. A little bit of engagement through the core, keep you strong. Feeling it yet? It's definitely makes the lunges harder.
Take a 20-second rest. In 4, 3, 2.
And rest. Just take the arm over. We're just getting a little bit of warm up through the waist, because next up we're going to go sideways. So our next two exercises are a side lunge. So take it out to the right. So down and up. Down and up. So really pushing strongly into that leg to get you back to centre. We're a little bit wider than we were in our step touch. Working harder against that band resistance. Make sure the knee is tracking in line with the toes. We're keeping that chest lifted still.
Get ready. Exercise 2 in 4, 3, 2.
Let's go to the other side. So try and make this step the same width as your other side. We don't want to build in imbalances. We're trying to get ourselves less wonky.
Take a 20-second rest. In 4, 3, 2.
And rest. Just take some rotations to the side, hips facing forward. We're going to do a compound exercise next. So in a curtsy, squat, curtsy the other side.
Your training continues. In 4, 3.
Are you ready? Here we go. So curtsy, squat, curtsy the other side, and squat. Curtsy, and squat, and curtsy, and squat. We're changing the angle of the femur in the hip joint. So we're using slightly different parts of that glute muscle each time. Remember to always resist the band.
Exercise 2 in 4.
Next up, take the legs wide. We're doing a sumo squat here. Chest is lifted. We're sitting back and down. So imagine you're sitting onto like an upturned bucket. This is where we really feel the band is trying to bring our legs together, but we're resisting that. Knees going in the direction of the toes. Thighs are working hard here too. Loving life. Feel those glutes working. Squeeze as you come up.
Take a 20-second rest. In 4, 3, 2.
Lovely. So bring the legs to hip width. Give them a little shake out if they need. Next up, we're going to do a squat with an outward leg lift, and we're going to go alternate sides for your first exercise.
Your training continues. In 4,
So keep the chest lifted.
2,
Here we go.
1.
Squat down, lift to the side. Other side. So chest is lifted, only the leg is moving. We're working against the band resistance. You can really feel this in the outer thigh. You want to squeeze into the glutes as you come up. Keep them strong.
Ready. Exercise 2 in 4, 3.
Okay, come down to a mini squat and side step. So 4 steps one way, 4 steps the other. Or you can do more steps if you've got more space. So we're just in a little mini squat and we're walking like a little space invader, side to side. You really feel this working into those glutes. We'll have a little lie down after this.
Take a 20-second rest. In 4, 3, 2.
And rest. So bring yourself down to the floor. You're coming onto your back, and we're going to do a shoulder bridge. So we're just going to bring ourselves off the floor, one vertebra at a time.
4, 3.
Palms up, relax the shoulders, roll up to the shoulders, squeeze at the top, then roll down. So nice and tight with the abs, use them to pick you up. Squeeze the glutes as you get to the top and roll yourself back down. So a bit of mobilising through the spine, but the glutes are active. We're again resisting against that band, the knees aren't falling in.
Get ready. Exercise 2. In 4.
Next up, come up to the bridge, stay lifted. Option here, bring one foot up at a time. I mean, if you could bring 2 feet up at a time, that would be impressive. Squeezing into those glutes to keep you nice and stable. If you can't bring the leg all the way up, just bring the toe up, so the heel off, a mini little march. Keep squeezing into the glutes. Keep those hips high.
Take a 20-second rest. In 4, 3, 2.
Roll yourself down, turn onto your side. So you're going to have your heels in line with your hips and your hips stacked one over the other, one on top of the other. We want to leave them there, they want to be stable. You're going to open and close the knee.
3, 2.
Here we go. So open and close, open and close. You're just rotating the leg in the hip joint. So you're using glute med. And the band really helps you feel this one. So keep breathing through. Enjoy it, you know it's working well for you.
Get ready. Exercise 2 in 4.
So turn yourself to your other side, and we're doing the same again. So just relax your head down onto your arm and open and close. Feet in line with your hips. Hips stay stable, so pop your top hand there. You can check you're not rocking back and forwards, because that's cheating.
Take a 20-second rest. In 4,
Here comes your rest.
2, 1.
So bring yourself over. We're doing hands and knees. We're going to do a donkey kick, so just bringing the leg up. So you're 90 degrees and you're pushing the heel up.
Continues. In 4,
Okay,
3.
here we go. Choose one leg and then push. 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 So it's a nice slow movement. You want to have the abs switched on, so make sure that you're nice and strong through the abdominals to keep your back stable. Squeeze, pushing through the heels, and flex that foot.
Get ready. Exercise 2 in 4, 3, 2.
And so switch sides, change sides. I was trying to say switch and change in the same word there. So abs on, foot flexed. You're pushing the floor away. The weight is even between the left and right hands. Heel going up to the ceiling. You don't need to come up too high, you only need to be in line with the hip. band is really going to help you feel these working.
20-second rest. In 4, 3, 2,
and relax. Okay, we've got a bit of a cardio one to finish this off. We're going to do a mega slow burpee, and then we're going to do some lovely plank leg lifts to finish.
Your training continues. In
So reach up.
3, 2,
Here we go. Slow. Come down, jump, come in, balance, come up. And again. Down, jump, in, balance, and up. Here we go again. Down, jump, in, balance, and up. Doing well. We've got another one in us. Down, jump, in, balance, come up.
exercise 2,
Jump yourself down to a plank for me.
2, 1.
So plank, staying here, or lifting an alternate leg. So we've got our hips down, squeezing into those glutes, feet hip width apart, pushing the floor away. Nice and strong, abs pulled in. Doing well.
Take a 20-second rest.
The rest is coming.
3, 2,
Bring yourself down. Okay, loose the band for me. We're going to have a lovely, relaxing final phase. So come down to your back, cross one ankle over the opposite knee.
in 4,
Hands out to the side, nice and wide.
1.
Coming down to one side and then over to the other. So hold the abs in. Just rotating through the lower back. You're externally rotating through that top leg to help stretch through the glutes. So this one we're just mobilising, just chilling out really. Don't worry about how close your foot or knee is to the floor. You just want to make sure it's going towards there. Okay, switch sides. So down. One side might feel tighter than the other. Rotating through that lower back. Keep a light connection on the abs just to support yourself. Flex the foot of the top leg, protect the knee.
In 4, 3, 2,
Good job.
1. Your workout is complete.
Just hug the knees into the chest. Rock from side to side. And then do some little mini circles. And then go the other way with your circles. And we're going to go back to that figure 4. So make the figure of 4 with your legs. You can either stay down here and bring that bottom leg in, or use your hands to push yourself up and bring yourself closer to your legs that way. Do whatever feels right for you. We're stretching through the glute that has worked so hard. So you want to just make sure you can feel that. Make sure that that leg that's in the bit of the 4 is rotating out, so you're pushing the knee away. And then swap sides for me. And again, get into that lovely stretch position. Nice deep breaths. This is the nice bit. This is where we're relaxing that muscle that's worked really hard. Try to avoid sitting down for a long period of time immediately after doing this set of exercises, or you might find that, you know, when you try and get up, it's a little painful. Okay, uncross those legs. One more for you, and feel free to take any extra stretches that you feel you might need. The quads, the hamstrings might want a little bit of a stretch as well, because obviously they've been working. We're just going to concentrate on the glutes just to keep this relatively short. So cross the left leg over the right. Take the right arm and give that leg a nice big hug. Then keep turning, still sitting up nice and tall. And you're going to put your left hand behind you and look behind you over your left shoulder. So take this as far as is comfortable for you. You might feel this in your glutes, you might feel it more in your back and in your sort of thoracic area, stretching through there. Don't force that rotation. Just breathe into it. And then unwind yourself. Same again on the other side. We cross the right leg over the left. We hug it in with the left arm. Keep the left foot flexed and then keep turning, 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 looking over your right shoulder. Right hand is behind you. And you might find that as you breathe in, it kind of eases off. And as you breathe out, you might be able to turn yourself a little bit further round. Again, don't force it. Be kind to your body, you've given it a little bit of a workout. And then unwind yourself. Bring yourself up slowly and carefully. Have a little shake out. Do a little dance. Whatever you feel. Take a bow, take a curtsy. Your workout is done. Well done, and thank you for joining me.